Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome traders to this week's analysis of Forex pairs. Thanks for joining me in this analysis. My name is Vic. Hope you're doing well. I have already completed the analysis of DXY, so if you haven't actually seen that, go and check it out. So I'm not going to cover DXY in this one. But the idea is that, if the DXY finds bullish momentum, then these are the levels that we are watching. At the moment, it is kind of in consolidation, and there is a good chance that it can actually fall back down into one of these zones. And if that happens, then we will have very good buying opportunity on DXY. So it remains to be seen what happens on it, but there is an important update right now. USD Cad is actually very important for DXY. I'm going to actually prepare a kind of study or education video on USD Cad, which is going to be packed with a lot of educational material in there, because I've been following USD Cad for quite a while, and I took a position trade on USD Cad which turned out to be very good. I found that opportunity in Feb or March, and then I took a trade in near about in April, and that's why, and since then it has been following the plan exactly. So I'm going to prepare another video on that. But before we jump into any other thing, let's look at Euro USD. Now, not much has been happening on currency pairs, as you might have noticed in the market, because everything seems to be consolidating at the moment. So on Euro USD, we were waiting for market to break through the structure. It did, and I was expecting it to come down to this level of 1.7316, which it did not. It came very close, and then it went back up to test these levels of 1.8690. So all of these levels which we identified few weeks ago, they are still valid. So not much is changing unless we see a break of these candles. For break, what we need to see is that daily close must be above one of these levels, because when you're trading consolidations, and if you're looking for breakouts, then a daily close is more important than anything else. And what we can see, however, is that there can be a lot of opportunities, because when you are in consolidation, it's a bad time for breakout traders, but it's a very good time for consolidation traders, which are more like WNM patterns if you're trading any of those. So we have been day trading Euro USD for quite some time. There was an M pattern which I discussed with one of my students. I said this could be a good long opportunity which will come right about here, because if I draw Fibonacci on it, it is 61.8 right there. So we took a long, I took a long, and it reached my profit target, and then I closed that position, and since then it has been falling. So now what you can see, if you are able to spot them, and if you are trained to see these WNM patterns, the market is creating another W pattern, and it may come to one of these levels. So if that starts to happen, then I will have more further opportunities. If you want to learn more about these WNM patterns, then you can check out the training program, which is available in the description. You can check out the details on that. But these levels are still important. So if you're a day trader, you should still be making a lot of money out of this. There is a good W pattern happened on 1 hour time frame. I missed this one because I was not in front of my computer at the time, but this turned out to be very good. This is a complex W pattern, so we see it completed right there, then it created a double top, and that's why the market has been falling. So far it is stuck into this, and if it starts to fall down, then it can come back into this zone, and if that happens, then we can have another long opportunity. If I draw Fibonacci on it, it shows that it hasn't actually come into its profit target yet, and that if you are still short on this opportunity, then you might I hope that you are actually managing your trade here, because market can actually push back up from where it is right now because of these moving average cluster. So we should always be managing our risk, no matter how good the probabilities are in our favor. So we can play all of these levels for trade trading and low time frame swing trading. If you want to run your trades for, let's say, a day or so, then these sort of opportunities are very good. Okay, so in terms of analysis, we do not have much at the moment. These levels are still holding, and they are still working out nicely. Here we can see there is engulfing pattern, but at the same time, if you want to read this, this is kind of this sort of behavior which is happening, so you can expect another bullish day, then alternate. These are alternate candles which are printing right now, and if you can predict the market like that, if the market is showing you a behavior like that, then you can make a decision based on that. So this is looking like a very good opportunity in itself, but you still have this W pattern to play with. As I said, you should always be careful about these levels, because if these gets broken, then the next level will be opened for you. Okay, so that's what we have on Euro USD. Let's look at AUD USD. On AUD USD, again, similar sort of story is stuck between these levels. So market came to these levels, exactly what we identified a few weeks ago, and this has been actually playing out nice. So there was a double top. Hope you took that. I was watching this M pattern actually, but I did not take it because this is not actually following my exact trading plan, and so I did not take it. But you see that when M pattern completes, the market goes up, and it was able to reach its profit target very nicely. So all of these levels are working out nicely, and next week, if it actually does not break out, then I will be taking a lot of day trades, and they will be based on WNM patterns, basically FCP patterns and Fibonacci confluence ratios. So that's what I'll be playing. Let's look at GBP USD. Again, on GBP USD we had a very good trade actually. I'm not sure whether actually I mentioned that in the previous analysis. Okay, so this was a very good trade. Yes, it turned out to be very nice. We were able to take the profit here, and then all these levels worked out nicely. It was able to break that level. Then I said market was going upwards back into that kind of zone, that area, and we are now looking for a confirmation to go short. If this level breaks, then next level is going to be around here, and when the market reaches that, again we will have crossroads appearing like an opening for us. So this is also working as per plan, and we can take a lot of opportunities around here, around these levels. So levels are still intact, not much going on there on GBP USD. Let's look at USDJPY, which I do not really cover much because I don't personally trade JPY pairs. JPY pairs, these are the very good levels. I mentioned in my chat room that there was a level, there was actually a zone around here which was broken. So the next zone is somewhere going to be around here. That's what I have mentioned in my Telegram group. So if the market comes around here, then I will look for a long trade if I am in the mood of trading JPY pairs. I do not trade JPY pairs, so if I find a good opportunity, then maybe I'll make an exception this time. The last JPY pairs I traded was CAD JPY, which turned out to be more than 600 pips. I'll put a link of that in the description as well. So that turned out to be very good. So it all works fine, but it's just that my trading plan is very strict, and I follow and trade only few items in my portfolio. Okay, and then let's move on to USDCAD, which I said is very important right now, because this is the one which is driving the DXY right now. As soon as it actually started to fall down, the DXY started to fall down. It moved up, and the USD Cad is actually moving up. These levels are still working. All of these levels are very accurate, and we found them a few weeks ago, so they are still working. Now, one of the things that you might see that the market is creating a W pattern. So if this level of 132,580 is broken, then all of these levels will be opened. In fact, we have got new level now, so all of these levels will be open for us to take long on. So I'll be waiting for that to happen, and if that actually picks up momentum, then what we can see that the DXY will also DXY is also expected to pick up the momentum. One of the things that I posted separately on USDCAD is actually, if you look closely on 4-hour time frame, what we see here is, if I draw a line right there, the market is actually kind of reacting to that level here. This is acting as resistance and it used to be support here. It's a very nice level. So the market kind of like created a double top. Now there are no double tops or double bottoms or anything like that. Everything can be classified clearly into W and M patterns. So this is a complex W pattern. There is another midpoint here, and which we can define something like this. So there are multiple W patterns, and I was able to take a short position right from there, and it reached the profit target. But there is another thing which is happening here, is that there is a W pattern, and that's why I fell. Now the market went up. So let me take a step back. I'll tell you what I'm getting to. The market came to this level and fell down. Okay, then it created a W pattern, then it tried to go above that and it fell down. Fine, it gave us very good short opportunity right there. Then it is trying to go above that once again. It fell down. Why? Because it fell down, fell down, fell down. Okay, now this was a huge move, smaller move, smaller move. That basically means that if the market actually reaches this level again, there is a quite possibility that it will show some resistance around here, but ultimately it is trying to basically break out, because this is the kind of structure which is developing on USDCAD. And you will also notice one thing, which is that there is head and shoulders pattern appearing as well. So this is the left shoulder, inverse head and shoulders. This is the head, and this is the right shoulder which is appearing, and this line, this dotted line, is actually a neckline. So if that is broken, then this can give us a very good long opportunity. Now all of these can be classified as W&M patterns, right? Because if you look closely, let me just remove it. If you look closely, if I draw something like this, you will notice that we have a very nice W pattern appearing. So if this midpoint is broken, then we are looking for somewhere around here. So if I draw Fib on it, it is expected to come to this level first, and if that gets broken, then we can go all the way to this level. And that is why this level is extremely important. This is the 61.8. that's why it fell, not because of support or resistance. Everything lines up automatically if you are reading the Fibonacci levels properly. So it came to 61.8, which actually turned out to be nice resistance and support. Automatically it fell down and then started to move up. This is the same thing that we have seen, same kind of pattern that we have seen on DXY. So if I just remove all of this, and if I show you the monthly chart of DXY, it's the same kind of thing, right? Okay, if I draw Fibonacci on it, and if I draw a line on 61.8, market came, fell down, and then created a double top. So basically these patterns keep on repeating itself. It's just that we need to practice them, and even before we practice them, we need to be aware of them. We need to learn them, and the market keeps on telling us, like, what it is trying to do. So there was a double top here. However, if you just look at this W pattern which is forming right now, the market is expected to go to at least this level or even higher to this level. If this level of 100 and 155 is broken, then it is looking bullish. And here, as I've been telling previously as well many times, that we also have inverse head and shoulders. So it's exactly the same pattern on a different time frame, on a different instrument. This is DXY on monthly, this is USD CAD on 4 hourly, same thing, right? So hopefully this was educational for you, hopefully this was informational for you. If you find this useful, then make sure that you put in a comment below of this video, and like this video. Do not forget to subscribe my channel, and share this with other traders and trading communities, because more we help out each other, better it will be, because that's how we learn and earn together. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see Core Strategy Training Program. On this page, you will be able to see the testimonials of previous students and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence training program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to Vikinsa.com and under training section, you'll be able to see and submit this form.